What's poppin', guys? Welcome back.
Brand new whip just hopped in.
It's been way too long, mostly because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, we haven't done a sit down video in so long.
in a while, but Bowl's back.
Restart.
Basketball junkies are back, baby.
You're right. And I think we're going to start it out by giving a little props to Adam Silver and the whole crew that put together the entire bubble.
What the NBA have done is crazy. If you look at MLB, it's not going too well.
MLB's going to shit, yeah.
The NBA, they're
It's like a big AAU tournament.
It is a big AAU
perfect.
tournament.
They executed perfectly.
I never-
no issues there.
Yeah. There's no positive tests, and I never would have thought that you get 400, however many guys there is, plus all the crew, the staff, the hotel, and all that, and nobody's tested positive. That's insane in itself. So
Shout out to Adam.
Shout out to Adam, and through the first 5 days, it's been really good. We've had amazing games.
Every
Amazing
game
games.
has been competitive. except
Every
a couple.
team is going hard.
I'd say every big game.
Yeah.
You make the case that every big game that matters has been pretty much good, and there's been multiple overtime games, which I like.
Yes.
Do you have a certain favorite game?
Obviously, Lakers Clippers. That game was crazy.
Lakers Clippers was insane.
I'll have to go with the Celtics Trailblazers. That was.
That's what I'm going. That was my favorite game too.
It was a good game.
Yeah, I watched actually a lot more games, better percentage of games through restart than the actual
yeah,
percentage.
Because
Because we have nothing else to
finally
do.
sports, like I'm actually back into it.
Yeah.
I love how there's games during the day.
It's like
Yeah, oh, yeah,
it's like
it's
March
awesome.
Madness. It's like games all the day.
Yeah.
Like, they have to get them done.
So the Pistons offered J. Cole a contract. I mean, no, not a contract, a workout. So J. Cole was working out for the Pistons the other day.
They need help.
They do.
The
The Pistons do need the help.
J. Cole's a bucket.
J. Cole is a bucket. He was balling out with Chris Brickley.
33?
I remember he dunked in
33.
the All-Star game a couple of years ago.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He was doing little workouts with Chris Brickley on that court.
Yeah,
That
he
New York
always
court.
does workouts with Chris.
Yeah. He's always at that
You know
gym.
who has a good, who's a bucket? Lil Durk.
No, you know, who else? Chris Brown's a bucket.
Chris Brown is a bucket.
Chris Brown's a
Shout out
bucket.
to the Hoopus rappers.
Yeah, doing it all. I've heard every Hooper wants to be a rapper, and every rapper wants to
Be a Hooper. That's facts. But standout performance for me from those games obviously was LeBron against the Clippers. Like, he didn't do so much scoring. He only had like 20 that game, but he was finding his teammates, clamping up on defense throughout the whole game. On Kawhi, last possession of the game, Kawhi and Paul George, same possession for the win. Only a 2-point win though, which scares me.
What I
It
know
doesn't
about
scare me at
LeBron is I'll like check the stats. I'll have like 8 points in the third quarter, then I'll check
Fourth
again
quarter.
24. He gets going late in the game.
That's what I was gonna say. So the individual performance, I'd give it to Anthony Davis if I was gonna give it to the Lakers. But
Yeah.
fourth quarter alone, LeBron just shows up and he takes over.
The fight for the
LeBron
8th
cares
seed
fourth quarter?
in the West.
Okay,
Who do you
okay,
guys think is going to become the 8th seed in the West and take
Well,
on the
Sandy's
Lakers?
nice.
okay. There's two things. Who do I want and who do I think?
I know you want.
Who do I want?
You want the Pelicans.
I want the Pelicans in the 8th spot. Yeah.
Because
Who
you
do
want to see Zion
Yeah.
versus.
Who do I think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be the Trailblazers or the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Grizzlies because the Grizzlies, like, I love their core. They have Ja, Brandon
Their
Clark.
core. I thought you said core.
No.
I was like, what?
They got Ja, Brandon Clark, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Dylan
has a clip.
Dylan Brooks is their second best player right now.
Second best player right now.
Dylan Brooks is their second best player
I
right
want
now.
it to be the Grizzlies too, but I think the Trailblazers are gonna make it come up.
I do too, 'cause I feel like-
because
The Blazers have all their
Lillard,
players back,
McCollum,
too.
and the one dude just Nurkic.
Nurkic is and plus he's back now. Yeah.
I think they'll make the climb.
I've always liked Zach Collins. I liked him in college.
Zach-
He hasn't done too much in the NBA. He's just coming back from me.
No, but he's been playing good. He
He's been
played good in
playing
the
good.
The
restart.
Blazers are gonna start clicking soon, so
Plus-
I think
yeah.
they'll get the AC.
Plus they have Hassan Whiteside, so they literally just rotate 3 7-footers in and out.
Yeah.
So they can
And
match up to a lot of different teams.
they got
Hoping for-
shooters too. Gary
Yeah,
Trent.
yeah.
Hella shoot. Gary
Hella
Trent's been
shooters.
going
Oh
off.
yeah, I like the Trailblazers.
Hoping for a speedy recovery from Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah.
Just came back from an injury.
It's the same leg, I think.
Same leg.
It was a
tough.
bone bruise, knee sprain, the whole thing.
That's bad.
It's always tough to see young players go down with an injury like that. So hoping for a speedy recovery.
So the Grizzlies Trailblazers, that's what it is, 8-9 seed right now. And y'all know about the play-in, right? The play-in.
Yes.
So Jacob does. So basically what it is the 9th seed has to be within 4 games of the 8th seed to basically have a little play-in tournament to get the 8th seed in the playoffs. And so basically if the Trailblazers were within 4 games of the Grizzlies, then it's the Trailblazers would have to beat the Grizzlies twice because of the 9th seed, and the Grizzlies would have to beat them
Don't count the
once.
Spurs out either, man. Greg Popovich.
I'm counting the Spurs out.
I'm counting this person.
I'm counting the Spurs out. I just don't think they'll be able to beat the Grizzlies
Or the
2
Pelicans.
times. Well, 2 times to get that. I think the Trailblazers could. I think they will beat the Grizzlies twice if they play them.
Yeah, I mean they're still in the race. Just
Yeah, the whole thing. It's still 9 through 13 is just separated by what 3.5 games.
There was no point in
So-
calling up the Kings and the Suns.
There's
There
no
was
point. Kings, Suns, and Wizards. There's no point. I think the Wizards are already eliminated.
That's just like more chance.
Why are
of
they
getting
in the
COVID.
bubble?
yeah,
Like there's
facts.
no point.
Especially once Bradley Beal opted out.
Yeah, like what? But like the scariest team for me in the East, like I obviously am rooting for the Lakers to win the championship. Go Braun, as you can see right there. But the scariest team for me is the Bucks. I really noticed like all that time off made me forget how good they were. And like
Who?
the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Giannis drives to the court and it's either a layup or he kicks out for three.
he's so overpowered.
It's so overpowered.
He's
Him and
insane.
LeBron are the only
The
two.
East is going to be a battle. I mean,
But I do like the matchup. I think AD is the only one who can like contain him, and Kawhi.
Kawhi can, yeah.
Kawhi.
I said to you, and I think you were about to say it, how Giannis and LeBron are the only two tanks.
Yeah.
Well, there's a third, Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is a
Not
tank.
yet, not
He's
yet.
the definition of a
Not
tank.
yet.
He's actually more of a tank than I think Giannis and LeBron,
Not yet.
because he bodies people
No.
and they fall back 3 feet no matter what. You're not
But
getting in front of
Giannis,
them.
Giannis can do that. And he makes people fall back like 5 feet, and he runs like 20 miles per hour.
Well, yeah, but I'm just taking like how big it is and how powerful they are.
thing I
Because
worry
Zion's the
about
most
Zion-
Why
powerful
haven't
player
they
in the
played
NBA.
him?
I worry about
That's
Why don't
I
they
worry
play
about
him?
Zion's injuries, dude. Just because how big his frame is, like I feel like
I worried about
knees and
yeah,
stuff. Like,
I worried about that at the beginning,
Yeah.
but now I don't worry about that so much. And what you were about to say, they put him on a time restriction and they haven't played him down the stretch except for last game against the Grizzlies. So do you think they should do that, or
I
do you think they should
do
play
that.
it?
But like,
If they
why is he
weren't-
on a time restriction? Like, this is like they gotta fight their spot to get in the playoffs.
That's how I
There's
think.
no
Same.
time.
That's how I look
mean,
at it.
If this is just like a scrimmage or something, yeah.
That's exactly how I look at it, but they're not looking at it the same way. But yeah, they lost to the Jazz 106-104, and they had that game in control. Then they took out Zion late, and the Jazz came back.
In the Lakers Utah game last night was very good.
Yeah.
That was a good.
They were
one.
getting AD involved so early, and AD is a top 3 player in the NBA.
AD is not a top 3 player.
He's a top 3 player in the
I can
NBA.
name 3 players better than him.
Who?
You give your. You want me to name them, or you want to give
it goes LeBron,
Giannis?
Giannis, AD. AD is more skilled than Kawhi.
No.
Yes, he is. He's 6.
Kawhi, okay, Kawhi, I'm not going to argue with that. Kawhi's the 3rd best player in the NBA.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
How? Give me a reason.
Because AD is more skilled than him.
That makes no sense.
It is.
Kawhi literally just took the Raptors last year, won Finals MVP, but it doesn't. But he's done it in the playoffs.
This season.
You didn't say this season.
Okay,
you said he's a better
this
player.
season, top 3 in the NBA.
Okay, I still think Kawhi's 3rd. You can do that. That's safe because with anything within the top 5, I'll give you.
If AD and LeBron get a championship this year, we'll give it to them.
Mhm.
But I still got Kawhi.
For
dude.
sure. Yeah, I got Kawhi 3rd right now. But can we talk about Jason Tatum, 2 for 18?
Hey, he bounced back.
He bounced
Bounced back
back.
hellily, yeah.
But
He was-
that game was stinky.
That game
Was that his first game back?
It was his first game back.
Okay, then that's yeah.
It was his.
He got a haircut.
Yeah,
and
he's great.
He got a haircut.
He made up for it. They played good versus Trailblazers.
The thing about that game is, I love the fact that he kept taking shots. He didn't stop shooting.
I hated that.
But the thing about
they
it,
lost in the game.
well, yeah, but I don't think that game really mattered.
It didn't, but I was from a watching standpoint.
From an
I mean,
entertainment
and-
standpoint.
But
Just-
Gordon Hayward was going
Yeah,
off
that just,
that game.
that just
Yeah.
shows how deep the Celtics bench is. I mean, they Celtics or Tatum's 2 for 19, and they're still in the game versus the Bucks.
Against
so.
the Bucks, yeah. But the thing I didn't like about him, I liked how he kept shooting. I just didn't like how he wasn't like involved. Like you can see him. You know how there's those players that they're not going to be doing a lot. They're going to be doing the small things that you just notice.
Yes.
Jason Tatum wasn't doing that. He was just missing shots and he was taking up space on the court.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's all I was like, take it now.
That's all he was doing.
And shout out to Fred VanVleet. Huge
Shout out to
game.
Fred.
Huge game. Was it his career high? 36?
It was a career
36
high.
with one like 2-pointer.
Yeah.
See,
Also, shout out to TJ Warren.
T.J. Warren, yeah, he went off.
He's averaging
been good.
averaging like 43 points in the bubble.
He's
And
MVP of the bubble so far.
Yeah, I saw this thing on TikTok. It was like players are apparently going to shoot better. In
I
the
was
bubble.
gonna say that. I saw that
That's
too.
like
Yeah.
depth perception.
Depth
The depth
perception.
perception.
It
So,
makes
like,
Smaller
sense.
arena. It does.
Yeah.
You know how
That's why they said don't let shooters get hot in the bubble because they're just not good
yeah,
at this.
and that's actually what I've noticed. A lot of people have been shooting
Yes.
well, but
Seth Curry, like in that one
yeah,
scrimmage.
Kyle
7 for
Lowry.
7.
Kyle Lowry went 5 for 9 from 3
5
last
for
night.
9. Kyle Korver,
That's,
like
when I'm thinking of that, that's just crazy how like
The depth perception
Yeah.
plays a big factor in
Yeah.
it, and plus there's not fans, so it's got to be so different for them. It's
they
weird.
took out the sound effects. Like during the scrimmage, they had like if you missed a free throw, they had yeet play.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
bro.
NBA, that's enough.
No,
Like,
I don't know if I'm the
I
only
love
one
that.
who feels this, but I haven't noticed the crowd wasn't there. Like the NBA's done a great job of like keeping sounds, keeping the fans in the background. Like
the players
it feels
have their
like
own energy. It's
The
like,
Heat,
yeah, that's-
like
that's facts.
when the Heat are playing, they have like the fans going like, "Let's
yeah,
go Heat." I
yeah.
love that.
It's a real good atmosphere. But wait, what'd you say again? You said the
it's like the players make their own energy. It like doesn't even matter. Like
That's a great point.
Zion versus Ja.
Oh, Zion killed him. Zion
I didn't get to
killed
watch any
him.
of that game.
Zion killed. Ja had like 11 points, and Zion was just okay. Here's
Josh
why.
had a shaky start to the
Dude,
ball.
I used
Yes.
to think Ja was my rookie year 100%, but I'm
No,
just like going back and
Ja,
forth.
Ja is the rookie of the year. It's rookie of the year, not rookie of the month. Ja has played the whole year.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But Zion, I think, but we can all agree Zion is a better player than Ja Morant.
If Zion would have played the whole year, he'd have rookie of the year.
But he
it's-
didn't,
It's
so-
not his fault.
Yeah.
He didn't play.
I give it to Ja. I relate, but here's who I relate Zion to.
But I feel like the NBA is gonna give it to Zion, which is complete bullshit.
Yeah. In the same way, if they give it to
What
LeBron,
happened
it's
was,
bullshit though, because
Ben
I feel like
Simmons-
Giannis deserved
They
it.
gave it to Ben Simmons over Donovan Mitchell that one year, so probably will.
Well, Ben Simmons, I don't know. It was kind of up in the air. Like whoever they gave it to, I wasn't gonna be
But
mad.
Ben Simmons wasn't a rookie, bro.
You know who I relate Zion to?
Ew.
Okay, so you're starting out, you're my career player, and you know how the only way, so you can't shoot well, and the main way you can score is just find like little spots in the defense, like in the paint to get a quick layup.
Yeah.
That's all Zion does right now, and he's amazing at it.
Or it's like offensive
You just-
rebounds put back.
Chucks it
Rebounds,
off the
yeah.
backboard and it somehow goes in. I still remember
Yeah.
again when he played against Louisville, he dented the ball.
He did.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
dented the
Jordan
ball.
Orr had his hand on it the whole way, and his like one finger was denting the ball.
I don't know if y'all peeped the Shake Milton Joel Embiid beef
Yes,
during
I
the
did.
Pacers game.
That's why the
Oh, yeah,
76ers
so
are not
Matisse
gonna
Thybulle
win.
had
Well-
to break him up.
Did he really?
Or he was
Yes.
trying to separate him.
Yeah. I love Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matisse for the great
Yeah.
vlogs.
But
Great vlogs, and he's gonna be a good player.
yeah, see, I thought it was gonna be bad for the Sixers, but then I saw last game Shake Milton comes back, he hits the three to beat the Spurs,
yeah.
and then Joel tweeted he was like, Shake Milton came up to me before the game and he was like, I was offended by that or some shit like the same
What did
thing.
he say?
The same thing Michael Jordan did in the Last Dance, and Joel Embiid was like, okay,
That
yeah,
took
I
that
like
personal?
that. Yeah, he said I took that personal. That's exactly what he said, and
Oh.
then he went. He had like 16, hit the game winner basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But at the beginning of the year, he did say the Celtics were going to beat the 76ers.
Sixers?
Yes.
I did have the Sixers.
They had their
I did.
chance to get to the finals
Yeah.
last year. That's crazy.
Then Kawhi, bink. Imagine.
Yeah, that was their shot. That was
their
trust the
shot.
process.
They had JJ.
Who was their shot? Their two players are so young.
I like that team a lot. I like the team.
Like I
last
mean,
year
like I
better
just don't
than
think the 76ers are making
Well,
that
yeah.
much noise like in the
I
bubble.
love JJ Redick, what he does for a team.
Yeah, I do
He
too.
provides
And plus
so
Jimmy
much
Butler was on
scoring.
that team.
Yeah, Jimmy. And speaking of Jimmy, shout out to the Miami Heat. I've always been big on the Heat, and they're just like making me sound like a prediction god.
Well, I'm big on the Heat in the regular season. I'm not big on the Heat in the playoffs.
We'll see.
We will see, and I think they'll. Let's look
I
at the
love
standings
the
right
balls
now.
on Tyler
Let's
Hero.
look at the
They
standings.
have so many shooters, and if they get hot, yeah, they. I mean,
Yeah, but they're all so young. That's the thing that worries me. 4 Heat, 5 Pacers. So yeah, if at the end of the day they play the Pacers in that series, I'd give it to
Ooh.
Heat in 5 or 6 probably.
Pacers.
I don't think the Pacers.
That'd
are
be a good series too. I think that'd be
I don't
really.
think
Yeah,
the
but then
Pacers
whoever
are
wins
good.
that plays the Bucks, and that's when the Heat are losing. The Heat are probably losing in 5 for Bucks.
I'll give him 6.
You give them 6. I like Jimmy Butler and Giannis actually. I like that
Is
matchup.
Victor Oladipo playing?
He is. The thing that pisses me off is I think the Lakers are being very underhyped right now.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people saying they're worried about the
Underhyped?
Lakers. Underhyped.
I'm not worried about the Lakers
I'm not worried about them at all.
You lose one player and you got 2 back. Like
Facts. And I think they might have upgraded because I really like Deion Waiters on their team.
I like J.R. Smith too.
I like J.R. Smith too. I think Deion Waiters
I
is probably
love the
gonna play
Lakers,
more.
but I just think the Clippers will beat them in a 7-game series.
Here's the thing that I don't get. So we talked about this before. So before the coronavirus happened and they canceled the season or whatever it was, put a hiatus. The Lakers had beaten the Clippers and the Bucks in back-to-back games.
Back-to-back
And that
games.
was so that's when they were at the highest.
Yeah,
that was
they
the
were
peak
in their
Lakers,
peak, yeah.
and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, the Lakers! They're gonna win the chip." Nothing happens. They played no more games. The NBA stops. NBA restart. They beat the Clippers. LeBron shows out in the fourth quarter. Anthony Davis does his thing, and now everyone's like, "I'm worried." Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell didn't play. Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell played the game before that, and they won. Like, I don't get what the hype's about.
And when will Montrez be back?
That's another thing. I don't know. He's a family matter.
Yeah.
But him and Dennis Schroeder are now gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no way Harold's not coming down to the bubble. Like he'll be there eventually, right?
He will. Yeah, I think his grandmother passed away, and he's been like really hurt about that.
Our condolences.
Yeah, our condolences to that. And plus, he's a former Louisville brother, and
He has been blocked on Instagram though, so
Why?
I don't know.
You probably said some.
He probably did.
What would I say to Montrezl Harrell?
It's
I
just
love
Jake, like you would
Montrezl
say
Harrell.
something, but
I love Montrezl Harrell. I love
Yeah, we do.
Harold, like he's one of my favorite Louisville players ever.
yeah.
I got yeah.
Doc Rivers.
So please unblock.
Doc Rivers said, "Yeah, Montrez, can you please unblock him? Just unblock him."
Yeah, just unblock me.
Doc Rivers was like, he can take his spot whenever he wants. Like, we're not rushing him back, and I see that.
I
'cause they're not
love
worried about
Doc
anything.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers
He's
is
a
such a good
Great coach. Great coach.
Just packed.
And he relates-
on as all time.
Well, I do still just believe the Clippers are the deepest.
And
team.
players
The
love
Clippers
him.
do have a deep team, but like I don't see anyone on the Clippers that can contain Anthony Davis when LeBron is like going off. Like,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because they have Kawhi and
You
Paul
can
George.
Kawhi
You can put Kawhi on. You can put
and the
Kawhi
Lakers
on.
have AD and LeBron James.
Yeah, but I'm.
I think Paul George is like he's just about to go off soon. Like he's getting in his.
He's been going off.
He's been
I
going.
like
He's been going
I
off.
think that series is gonna go 7.
Oh yeah, it's got to. It has to go.
It's gotta go 7.
It has to go 7. That's the whole thing. It's the Battle LA.
The
It has to
NBA
go
needs a
7.
Clippers.
That
West
series
Coast.
is gonna be like an NBA Finals series. Like,
Oh yeah, well.
it's just a matter of division.
I'm
Like,
kind of pissed that it won't be NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Imagine the NBA Finals. Though.
I've like, it's always been the joke that the Clippers have like been living in the shadows of Los Angeles Lakers. Now it's like the pure chance to see who's like the real king of LA.
So let's look at some potential playoff matchups, and the one that jumps out at me right away is the Clippers Mavs. I don't know, in the first round at least.
Clippers Mavs could go to 7.
Clippers Mavericks is gonna be
Mavs could go to
Oh, yeah.
7.
And the scary thing about that for the Clippers is it's not even that, because I think they'll get past that pretty not easily. They'll get past it in 6 probably.
I feel like they're gonna take them too lightly.
Yeah, but that they could do that, or the fatigue's gonna get
Yeah,
them, and in the
they're-
second round they might you know
Who they
show
play
a
in the
little
second
fatigue.
round? The Nuggets.
The winner of the Nuggets and the Thunder.
I need the Thunder to lose so the Nuggets, because I don't see the Thunder putting up a fight against the Clippers.
The Nuggets are gonna win. The Nuggets would beat the Thunder right now, I think.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Oh, you
in
think
the
against
second
Clippers?
round. They would give the Clippers a more fight than the Thunder.
For sure. And the Lakers just have to beat the Grizzlies and then the winner of the Rockets Jazz, which I don't think either of those
gonna be
teams
a
are
problem.
going.
But the Jazz would be a problem.
I really want to see, you know what I want to see in the playoffs? The Rockets and Nuggets. Just because it's small ball versus tall ball.
Can you go to the East standings?
Let's go to
Hold
the
on,
East.
let's see.
Yep.
So it would be
Bucks,
okay,
Nets.
Bucks Nets, easy. They probably won't even need to play on Sweep. Raptors 76.
Raptors Magic.
Raptors Magic this weekend.
They might hit
Celtics
sweep.
76ers.
Celtics 76ers would be
Okay.
the most entertaining first round matchup of the playoffs if that happened.
That could go to 7 too.
Yeah, the Celtics
Heat,
can't. They are playing
Pacers.
shit in the playoffs again.
Heat Pacers could go to 7-2.
Count on the Celtics to have a good run.
Who do you think is besides Tatum is the key player for the Celtics?
Jaylen Brown.
in that?
Kimba or Jalen, yeah.
Jaylen Brown. Because I think however
it's
Jalen,
Kemba.
I think
it's Kemba. Dude.
Jalen Brown's playing awesome.
I think Kimba's probably more of an important piece than Jaylen Brown, but I feel like if Jaylen Brown can be
plays well, then it just gives them that upper hand.
well, first of all, Jaylen Brown would be one of the best third options in the league.
So
If he
Exactly.
can drop 20 in the
At
playoffs,
least
18 in the
a cool
playoffs,
2018
18 in the playoffs, then I think the Celtics are in great
either
condition.
Kimba, Brown, Tatum, or
or Hayward.
Hayward's gonna drop 20. I mean, they have so
Yeah.
many scoring options.
At least 2 of them are dropping 20, and the other 2 are dropping 10 plus.
And I like the way they match up defensively. They have a bunch of good defense.
Daniel Tice has been shooting more. I like that. So the Grizzlies started 0-3 in the bubble, and they're still the 8th seed.
I honestly see them staying there. I don't see
Well, yeah.
Portland making any noise.
I see them staying in the 8th seed. It's just the play-in games I think that worries me about the Grizzlies.
I don't,
yeah.
And Jaw hasn't really.
I don't
He
think-
hasn't started hot, but I'm
I
confident.
really wouldn't be surprised if the Trailblazers take the AC.
I don't know how they.
Bro, I love the Trailblazers so much.
But they suck.
No, they
I don't
don't,
think
bro.
they suck. That was what they don't. Suck.
The thing is they fell so far behind because first of all, they weren't playing really good in the regular season. Nurkic it just got back. He was hurt the whole season, so they had
That's
injuries.
a big piece for them.
Nurkic is probably the 3rd best player, and plus
But then they have to deal with Hassan Whiteside's personality with him coming off the bench and stuff.
no, he seems like he's been taking it pretty good because this is like his first or second game off the
playing
bench.
time, really. Like
Yeah.
Whiteside.
Yeah, but
He was
'cause they have
balling
so
out
many
during the
people.
regular season, though.
The thing about the Trailblazers that worries me is, which it won't really matter because I don't think anyone expects them to make it far, but they don't have a lot of bench depth. Like they play 7, maybe 8 players.
And one of their players on the bench is Mario Hezonja. You know what I really like? I like Emmanuel Mudiay on the Jazz.
Yeah.
He's a good backup
He's
point
cool.
guard for them.
Yeah.
I like him in that
He's
role.
cool. The thing
What
with
are the Jazz missing to make them like,
scoring,
But Bogdan
Yeah.
Bogdanovic.
they're missing Bogdan so
Yeah,
bad
he
right
needs
now
A bucket, dude.
because that's just
Jordan Clarkson just isn't good enough to be your
number one
scoring
off the bench.
option.
Because and plus having Bogdan out moves the scoring option from the bench to the starting lineup, which just dilutes his bench scoring even more.
Yeah.
And they need all the scoring they can get because Donovan Mitchell is the only person.
Quinn
Donovan-
Snyder is a hell of a
Yeah.
coach. I see him
Hell of a
playing.
coach.
Donnie was freaking.
He's more of a
creating
defensive
shots for
player.
everyone. They just weren't hitting them.
Yeah, yeah.
They need Gobert to step up big, and they need Tony Bradley's actually really good.
Yeah, Gobert and Mitchell have good chemistry.
I like
They
that.
have great chemistry on the court.
The coach
Off the
did-
court?
Yeah.
And Mike Conley also needs to step up.
I mean, he did give him Corona.
Mike Conley's been pretty good.
Yeah, Colin.
The Jazz have been pretty good.
Yeah.
They're just missing scoring. Their defense is obviously going to be there. Rudy Gobert, one of the best.
And
defensive players
hold
in
on,
the NBA.
before we end it, Michael Porter Jr. 37.
Finally.
Bro, the Nuggets kind of scare me a little bit. The Nuggets kind of
If they
scare me.
unleash
They're-
Bol and Michael Porter Jr. like,
Together? Imagine them together.
Yeah.
Plus Nikola
in the
Jokic.
starting lineup. Like,
Yeah. When they went,
their
Nikola
starting
Jokic,
lineup should be Murray, Harris, Porter,
Bobo, and
and
Jokic.
Jokic.
And Paul Millsap coming off the bench.
Bobo, that's like 3 PS.
That's like three set,
yeah.
basically 7.
or Jokic at power forward.
And Bobo
Yeah,
at
if they're
center.
the Rockets, they should do that starting lineup.
That's
with
what
Fox.
if they play the Rockets, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And
And
just
then
go as
Millsap
tall
off
as
the
possible.
bench. Millsap would torch them off the bench.
Yeah,
The
because
Rockets.
here's the thing about the Rockets.
No
if
size.
they play the Nuggets, no size, but people are gonna think that they're gonna outrun the Nuggets the whole game.
They're not. Their
But that's the
bigs
thing.
are athletic.
And
Grant.
that's the best point you made because they're so long and athletic that once you get into half court, their half court offense is gonna be so non-existent because
All
you
of
can't
their
move the
bigs
ball.
can run except Jokic.
Facts.
Like
Well,
Plumlee
and-
can run. Jokic
And Jokic can still run since he
Bol
lost
takes
weight.
3 steps and he's already
And he's
down
on the
for
court. He literally-
I really like Jeremy Grant.
Jeremy Grant, yeah.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Notre
he-
Dame or something.
I
He played
think
at Syracuse.
He played
Jerry-
for the Thunder. He was so good for the Thunder. He's just like big. I think he can shoot now a little bit
Oh,
too.
Jarian went to Notre Dame. Jeremy
yeah.
went to.
That's-
Let's see
yeah,
if he can
that's-
shoot. Let's look up Jeremy Grant.
In the bubble he's been shooting better, but he's just
Yeah.
always been a really long forward. Grab the ball, just slam it down.
Yeah, he's been a really good role player his whole career. Let's see, 3-pointer.
39%.
39% this year. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually really
big
good.
step up.
That's
Big
almost
step
really,
up.
half.
that's really good.
Yeah,
That's really
I love
good.
that. Yeah, the Nuggets are scary. That's
What
what
do you
you
consider a good 3-point percentage? Like
38 up.
yeah, if you're almost
37 and up is a
37,
is a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
is a good 3-point percentage. 40 territory is when you start getting
40
great.
territories when you're scared.
Yeah, when you're great. And Lonzo's been shooting 38. Hell
On
yeah.
how many
Good
shots?
for him.
Me and
Like-
Jacob have been debating like on.
Can you guys like put in the comments
I
like,
love
your
to see
opinion
Lonzo
about
shoot. Yeah,
Lonzo?
it's like
Put your opinions on Lonzo in the comments.
I think he's a bust.
I don't think he's a
yes,
bust.
you can't declare him a bust yet.
He's his second pick in the draft.
You can declare Mobamba a bust though.
You can't be a second. Okay.
Mobamba is trash, bro. I don't want to see him play. He comes off the
also
bench
went-
for the Magic.
If you're off the bench for the Magic, you're a bust.
You're trash. They have like the worst bench in the league.
I don't know why you pin Mo Bamba against.
I know like one player from the
'Cause he's trash.
Okay, yeah, he is trash, but so is Lonzo. He's the second.
Lonzo's
pick in
not
the draft.
trash. He's average.
He's the second pick in the draft, Mike.
But that doesn't make him
The
trash.
next
does,
year,
for
Because
top
the
pick in the
output-
Pelicans will get going soon. They have so much talent. Just give them
I know.
We will
I thought they were gonna
We
get
will
going
see.
like I thought they were gonna get going right away, but
Yeah.
I thought the same thing with the Sixers though. But they're so unpredictable.
One of my favorite players, Minnesota Kevin Love. And that's what happens in Minnesota. Just players waste their prime.
Everything goes bad.
D'Lo.
Had a video.
We'll see.
Had a video on D'Lo. We'll see what happens
Yeah,
in
we'll see
Minnesota.
what- we'll see what
Go
happens
check
with
out the
D'Lo.
video. We'll put the link in the description.
You'll learn everything about DeAndre Russell in like 4 minutes.
Yep. And if you need,
Great
if you
video to
want,
watch.
if you want to hear or learn more about any other NBA players, let us
us
know.
know.
Yeah, let us know.
And that's gonna do it for the bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Hope you guys liked the video. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back,
It's
bro. It
great
feels
to be
great.
back.
Thank you
Sports
all.
are back. It's
If you enjoyed it,
Life's good.
leave a like. We really appreciate that.
Mhm.
Subscribe maybe if you're feeling like
Please
it.
subscribe. Please subscribe.
Drop a comment down below. It's been Basketball Junkies. We are out.